right to the week 13 edition of the Insider vs. Lappas. It is our first edition of 2008. And will number 13 be our lucky one, Mr. Lappas?
I certainly hope so. They say unlucky 13, but in our case I believe it will be lucky 13.
Yeah, so thanks for all the positive comments you got last week for our first new and improved Insider vs. Lappas. And every week we'll try to be making the show even better and better. And also thanks to the commissioner who joined us last week, who had some interesting comments to make, Mr. Lappas. Anything to comment on that?
It all sounds good, but the way I know the commissioner is, he's all talk and no action. So unless I see these actions put in place, I believe that he's full of hot air.
Well, I think the commissioner has done a good job so far.
Of course, unbiased opinion once again.
And he has to keep up the good work, and I'm sure 2008 will be a good year also for the commissioner, the chairman of the board, and the FHL. So if we go to our first topic, there's been 3 trades as at the time of recording the show that have been accepted this week, which brings the total to 11, which is a new FHL record. And Mr. Lappas, what do you think explains all these trades this year?
In past years, with less teams, teams used to go out and get free agents, but free agents are not available this year, or the ones that are available are pretty shit. So that's why teams are trading amongst themselves to improve their rosters.
Yeah, so there was the trades that were approved this week. First one was Dominic Hasek for Rob Blake, a trade between the Hustlers and Liverpool.
Right.
I think it was a good trade.
Okay.
Okay, 2 old bags switching teams.
That's right.
You can't really compare them. Then we have Malkin, who got traded to the Panthers in return for Matt Sundin. Here was the opposite. It's a rookie for a veteran.
But once again, it's not going to change much. Both players have approximately the same number of points.
Yeah, but we'll see in the stretch also how they will
see down the stretch.
Perform. And the third trade is between the Ducks, once again the Leafs. Ducks traded Thomas Vanek to the Maple Leafs in return for Dennis Weidman. I honestly don't understand that trade. I don't know why the Ducks did that trade, but that is so basically the Ducks at the end of the week did 2 trades, Malkin and Vanek for Sandin and Weidman. Did the Ducks get better or worse at the end of the week?
I guess they're just trying to look for a spark because they're struggling nowadays.
And you think we'll get it from Dennis Weidman?
I don't think so.
Me either. So there was a lot of trades, record year for the FHL so far. I'm sure there's still more trades to come. And, well, speaking of trades, we're going to go now to open up our mailbag. And the question that we received is concerning trades. So I'll tell you about that right on the other side of the break.
You've got mail.
You've got mail, baby, yeah.
Read simple words. You've got mail.
Alright, so we're back here on the Insider vs. Lappas Week 13 edition. It is time now to open our Insider vs. Lappas mailbag.
Right.
And our question this week comes from the GM of the Canucks, Mr. Jonathan Muratov.
More loser.
More big of a loser, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and his question is, he asked, he wanted us to comment, he wanted to know why are his trades always rejected by the board, the trading board?
Because the trading board feels that sometimes your trades are unfair to the other team. Except for this one trade that you made with the Sharks, Mike Green for Mikko Koivu. I think it's a fair trade, and this trade should be accepted by the trading board.
Well, we don't know, maybe at the time where this show goes through, the trade has gone through. But
hopefully. It'll be a good move for both teams. He needs a forward, and I need to improve my defense. So I think it's a good trade-off for both of us.
As I'm part of the board, I did actually accept that trade, even though I'm not really a huge fan of a defenseman for a forward trade, because I always think a forward could always get more points than a defenseman.
But he's on a bench, so I don't really need him.
Okay, but yet again, I accepted the trade, and we'll see if the rest of the board will agree with my logic, or will they agree with Mr. Lappas, but we'll see. And Canucks actually even last year had a lot of trades that they kept doing, and even the trade offers that he makes, they're always pretty uneven trades.
Yeah, pretty stupid.
So I'm not sure why you see this one's any different.
But this one involves me, and I know I make logic, reasonable, smart trades that can include both teams.
I guess that's your unbiased opinion, as you say. Okay, so coming up next, we have our new segment. As of today, as of this week's show actually, me and Mr. Lappas will be giving our predictions for the games that are coming up. And also right now, Meanwhile, let's take a look at the scores of the Week 12 games in the FHL. Alright, we're back here for our new segment. We'll be giving our picks for the games coming up. And I want to correct myself for before. The scores we just saw was for week number 13. And the predictions we're doing now is for the week 14 games.
Right.
And we'll be doing our predictions with the spreads that were set by the Commissioner's office.
Okay.
So the first game is the Predators taking on the Oilers. Predators are 1-10-1. Oilers are 6-3-3. And Oilers are favored by 7.5.
I think the Oilers will win with the spread.
I agree with Lappas. Next game, Expos at Maple Leafs. Expos 3-9, Maple Leafs 3-8-1. Leafs are favored by 2.5 points.
This can go either way, but I'll say Expos.
Once again, I'll agree with Mr. Lappas. Very interesting segment so far.
Right.
Avalanche taking on the Wings. Avalanche is 6-5-1, and the Wings are 5-7. The Avalanche is favored by 1.5.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think the Avalanche are going to take this one.
Well, you can't say the opposite because the Avalanche have gone 8 games without losing so far, and they're on
a rampage.
Next game, we have the 5-6-1 Flames taking on the 7-4-1 Nordiques. Nordiques are favored by 7.5 points.
I think the Flames will not win, but they will cover the spread.
Okay, finally something we disagree. I think the Nordiques will win and cover this game. I don't see the Flames able to match up to the Nordiques. Liverpool 7-4-1 taking on the 9-2-1 Canucks. Canucks favored by 3.5.
I see Liverpool because the Canucks are missing 2 big pieces to the puzzle.
I still think that the Canucks will be able to win and cover a 3.5 point spread against Liverpool. Next we have the 4-8 Ducks taking on the 2-9-1 Canadians. Canadians are favored by half a point.
I'm going to say Ducks because they both suck, and this is a toss-up.
Okay, I think the Ducks will win. I think maybe the spread by the Commissioner's office favored the Commissioner a little bit on this one, but I definitely do think the Ducks will win and cover the spread. Next game we have the 8-4 Huskers taking on the 8-2-2 Rangers. Rangers are favored by 1.5 points.
I'm going to say the Huskers because they're on a good streak right now.
Well, I think the Rangers will win this game actually, and the reason is because the GM is out of the country, so therefore they'll finally start playing good for once. And the final game is the battle of the old associates, the business partners.
Yeah.
It's the 6-4-2 Panthers taking on the 8-3-1 Sharks.
Sharks because I'm 5-2 against my division and my team just kicks ass.
And by the way, if you want to know the spread, the Panthers are favored by 2.5 points.
Well, either way, Sharks are going to win.
Okay, I disagree. I think your former partner will humiliate you and beat you, and I think the Panthers will win and cover the 2.5 points.
All right, Mr. Insider, thank you for those lovely predictions. Of course, you'll be wrong.
We'll see next week about that.
And that's all the time we have this week for Insider versus Lappas. I'm Lappas, that's the Insider, and stay tuned next week. Thank you everybody for watching.
Bye.
And that's all the time we have this week for Insider versus Lappas. I'm Lappas, that's the Insider, and stay tuned next week. Thank you everybody for watching.
Bye.